Oh, I think something might be for me. Oh, you got a package, a 20 kilo package. Right, there's fine, yeah. I'll take it up.
Thank you, have a good one.
Thanks very much, see you buddy. You know, I've never made an unboxing video. So here we go. Coilovers. Oh, and that'll be a front. And they are from Titan Suspension, who you've probably never heard of, but I've read really good reviews. And they were kind enough to come to the party on price. They actually discounted these a bit for me. So I'm very grateful to that. We'll tell you what they're like when we get on the road for real. And these are not the track ones, and they're not the street ones. They're an intermediate performance road shock. And what's more, they're adjustable. 30 degrees of adjustment on combined bump and rebound. Height adjustable there, preload adjustable there. Perfect. And that's slightly different. Yeah, that's a back, because it's got a bigger collar there. So goodbye old Bilsteins. Hello Titan. Very excited. It's like Christmas. You know, when I was looking around, I looked at the well-established brands like KW, have a beautiful setup. But the cost of those was about 4 times the cost of this, and actually more than I actually paid for the whole Porsche 928 just for the suspension. So, and I tell you, it's nice to have people that, when they hear what we're doing, want to support the channel. So thank you very much, Titan, for a little discount. These are a budget option, but we'll find out. I expect these are actually going to be pretty damn good. So Matt loves to make this kind of stuff. This is his thing. Because look, how cute is that? They're actually coming off.
Yep, yeah, one bolt's missing.
Oh yeah?
Which is good.
Not surprising on this car. I found out some interesting information. The nice people at Titan told me about these shocks. The front shocks are rated at 12 kilograms per millimetre, which is about 670 pound-inch for the non-metric people out there.
Yep.
And the rears are rated at 8. Now I know you said these wheels often, as they go up, they camber in a little bit, but this is not McPherson strut, so maybe it doesn't that much.
Maybe it won't, yeah.
If they don't fit, we've got a plan B.
Yep.
The sexy BBS wheels.
Oh, yep. This is actually tight, which is good.
Oh, that was loose as well.
Loose.
But we never loosened that.
No, we didn't, did we?
I think at some point we'll have to do a spanner check on the whole car.
Yeah.
Every nut and bolt, even the ones we never touched.
That's it.
Now, getting the old shocks out. Conventional wisdom from the Buchanans say if we drop out these whole lower arm bolts, this thing can come down, then the shock will come down and it will actually fit through the upper A-arm. But that's bloody hard. We really don't want to take this whole lower arm assembly off. We can avoid it. We don't need to keep these old springs.
You've got to be realistic. I think we'll be right if we cut the spring, coil the spring into itself, and we pull the shaft down into the shock. We shorten it because we're struggling at the top there. This arm's just too tight on the spring perch.
Yeah, because these are impossible. And now we've put the battery in there, it's even more impossible to get these out. So we don't want to take that battery out again.
No, we've just got to hold our teeth right now.
Righto.
Cut springs, eh? Ready for the bang.
Because we love sparks. Every episode needs sparks.
There's one. We might cut maybe another. We might.
Don't try this at home. I've changed my mind. I like those springs.
Well, I don't. The grinder likes them.
You know, that is exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
You're either much stronger than I think you are.
Oh well, someone's actually covered. They've broken the boot and they've put silicone all over the. They actually, oh, they've cracked it.
Oh, just because it had a cracked boot.
They've just put some roof and gutter on it.
Yeah. I'll put that on Facebook Marketplace.
That's it. DIY spring kit.
Yeah.
SSL low. Super low.
Super low spring for a Porsche 928. Yep. Dun-da-da-da. I love new stuff, don't you? Doesn't it look nice?
It does, indeed. Don't bottom them, just so we got a bit of movement.
Okay.
It's like a gunshot.
Yeah.
To explode the disc, he grabs it and just rips it apart.
That's a loud bang.
And that disc?
It exploded that because it grabbed it and shattered it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty standard. I guess we're waiting for it. We've got a guard, we're standing behind it.
How much are those carbide discs?
Oh, these aren't 50 cents or something.
$50! I tell you folks, there's one thing on cars that does quite frighten me, and it's shock absorber springs. It's not something you want to mess with if you don't know what you're doing.
I've seen a guy heat up a spring in the car and sagged on a BL. And I was like, what are you doing?
People do ask, why don't you wear gloves and to look after you? I know you always wear eye protection.
Yeah. I don't know, I was always taught on a lathe or a mill, don't wear anything that can grab. You'd rather grab a finger and rip it off than pull a whole hand into it, potentially pull your hand off, you know?
Yeah.
It sounds morbid, but...
Into the... Yep.
They actually showed us photos once, which they could do.
Yep.
Of people with like hair missing, ripped out of the scalp.
You can't do that these days. If they show you pictures like that now, you can sue them.
Yeah.
I trust him.
I don't trust myself though.
Well, at least one of us trusts you. That's not enough to dampen the car.
You can see where I've cut with the grinder.
Yep. And then it's
And that's just going like...
It's just sheared.
Force.
Yeah.
There's the other end of it there.
Yeah, sheared.
It's crazy, the force in those.
And they're much softer springs than the ones we're putting in.
You see people trying to do them on the ground and holding their feet on them and they launch. Definitely camber it out, because if you watch it when we come up, watch the camber change.
Yeah.
Or is that somewhere the height you want to run it?
I think that's too low.
Yep, alright. Let's take it up.
But we haven't driven it, let it settle. It might even settle even lower.
It's going to get lower.
Yeah. But we're not changing the preload on the spring, are we?
Correct, no we're not. So you watch, this and this will rotate. We need to just pull those apart, but if I undo this...
Yep. That changes the preload.
See how I can move that by hand?
Yep.
We haven't locked anything off, but if I lock this against there, I can just work off this and I don't have to take the bottom bolt out and spin it by hand.
Okay.
So we lock this guy against here. Okay, so our preload is the same.
Yep.
But now we grab this guy and see how the whole frame spins?
Yeah, got it.
So now...
Got it.
We spin that.
That makes sense.
44 millimeters is where we started.
Yep.
Say we go 25 mil on that axis there. It will be different out here at our wheel height. So
yes, it will.
I almost think 25 is probably a good amount.
We haven't run out of room at the bottom, have we? So it pops out.
No, you can see a hole there of how much thread we have left and it's fully covered. Definitely sitting higher though. I guess we can leave it there and just drive it and see where it stands.
Yep.
Yep.
There's something really loud and clunky in the back.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the upper control arms or it's just something that we haven't tightened, but it's really bad clunk in the back.
We haven't had too much of the suspension off in the back.
Something goes kalunk, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can actually hear it, like feel like looseness.
Yeah.
Even in the car.
Yeah, it's rubbing. We need to go up a bit.
Yep.
It's all right. It's not going to wreck either the guard or the tyre. It's all right.
Good. Definitely settled.
Yeah.
It wasn't that low.
No, it wasn't, no. Spins up the back wheels easily, doesn't it?
Yeah. You lean into it and it just sort of it ramps up. Sorry, Stu.
That's all right. So this is the original electric Porsche passenger seat. And as you can see, it needs a lot of work. I got a quote just to repair the seats. It'll be well over $2,000. And that's $2,000 I don't really want to spend. So, Mazda RX-8 seats. As you know, I have a real affinity with the RX-8, having raced one. Obviously they weren't the road car seats, but I have driven in the road car. We reviewed it with Rick Shaw on the channel, and they're a very nice seat. Fully manual, which I like. It's cloth, which I want, rather than leather, because we haven't yet got air conditioning in this thing. And they're lightweight. They're about half the weight of the Porsche one. They are height adjustable for the driver. So in keeping with the theme of having so many brands on the car, I mean, we've got a Honda Civic radiator in the back, we've got a Mazda RX-7 radiator in the front, we've got a Holden Astra power steering pump. Let's put some Mazda seats in. The thing I like about them is they're not over the top. They're not, you know, great big winged Sparkos or something like that. So they're sort of in keeping with the original seats, I think. You may not agree, but that's where we're at. So there we are, yet another fabrication job for Matt. And the other good thing, they're not blue. I don't like the blue interior. The car's going to be green. It's going to look pretty odd. So black and grey, much better. Now let's talk about my Speedo solution. You remember last episode I came up with this brilliant idea of using this cog that we built with the existing wheel speed sensors, sending the signal to the MG, and the Speedo would register. Well, it worked on the hoist. We put it up there, I could accelerate, get 20 or 30 k's an hour. But then, even though the signal was coming from all 4 wheel speed sensors to the computer, showing the same value, it realised something wasn't right, because the stability control and brake system is too smart for its own good. It was also looking for and not finding a steering wheel angle sensor. You might think we could fudge that, we probably could, but it's also looking for an inbuilt yaw sensor in the car that's actually measuring the G-forces as we turn around corners. If these things don't correlate, the yaw that it thinks it's getting to the steering wheel angle, to the wheel speed, then it has a fit. And furthermore, I also think it's looking at the brake fluid pressure in each of the ABS wheel hubs and not seeing it, because we're not using the ABS system at all. We've got the little control unit back there, but there's no fluid in it. We're using the Porsche's brakes, so it can't work. What the computer then does is it says, hey, something's wrong with the stability control. I better not mislead the driver by showing him the wrong speed. So the speedo needle, even though it was working, then goes to 0. And we don't get a speedo, which was the whole point of the exercise. We need the speedo. And presumably the odometer doesn't work as well. No good. As I've said before, we can't use a GPS-based speedo. It'll work beautifully, it's really simple, but it doesn't comply. But all is not lost. I am going to use that cog that we put on there. We're going to use a pulse-based speedometer, use the Hall effect sensors, and get a dedicated speedo somewhere else, and odometer, that's actually running off that cog. And the plus side of that is that you can calibrate those things. So even if my 50 cogs isn't exactly right, if it's 48 or 46 or 53, we can actually do that calibration on the speedometer itself through software. That's not ideal, because now we've got an ugly other gauge mounted somewhere. Would have been very elegant just to use the speedo there, but we can't. I should be grateful that so much of the MG's electrics just still work, but this is one part of the car that's just too smart for us. But we'll find a solution. But all these things, the speedo, the seats, they're not going to stop us driving this car. What we need to do is just fix these rear shocks, reset the ride height for the front, and get the thing out there on the road and do some testing. So come on, Matt, rear shocks. Before we fit the rear shock absorbers, Matt wants to roll these front guards in a little bit. There's a square lip and he wants to just turn it up gently. But I know these panels are very hard to come by, lightweight aluminium, and they dent very easily. But hey, if I don't trust him by now...
Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, stop there. That's it. Keep going, yep, as you are. That's the one, that's heaps better. Yeah, that was like, it's nice and smooth. There's a bit of paint chip, but every rollers do it, anything will chip it.
Oh yeah. And look at this paint. I mean, this paint's going to come off, but look at how that's been put on.
Yeah.
That's so thick. all got to come off. Wow. No wonder it's bubbling under these.
Yeah.
How well is that paint attached to the body when you can do that? Look at that.
Wow, that's thick. Got 3 shades there.
Wow. Wasn't frozen.
Frozen. So we actually need to take off that nut because we've got to pull it out this way.
Yep. Well, I didn't expect that, mate.
Yeah, that's good. This wasn't seized.
There's always got to be a hornet's nest, hasn't there? I wonder if there's a hornet in it. Let's see. No hornet today.
None.
That was a lot easier than the fronts, mate.
Sure was, yeah. Yeah, heaps smaller. Easy to get in. So we'll just measure it and keep them even and put them in.
Well, it didn't take long to find out where the first clunk's coming from. How do you like this? Look up there. Why is it, Matt, that every second nut and bolt on this car is loose? Let's drive it down the road and there's just a whole trail of washers and nuts just lying on the road behind it.
Yeah. Yep.
What's the answer?
It looks like it's...
Yeah, massive. Okay. Not only that, mate, watch this. There's so much play in these bushes here.
Well, they never move that much once this is all locked in. You know, that's got no control.
Yeah.
Once the shock's in there, that's secured.
Yeah.
But look, it's still not good.
No.
But it's like undoing, me holding that, try and move my arm now.
Yeah.
It's hard. But if I hold nothing,
Yeah.
it's really easy to move, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
So
nonetheless, I do know these do go. These big ones don't go. This one here and that one there. But these, I go. Do you know these bushes are $100 each, and there's 4 of them from Porsche.
Unreal. I guess, look, we put the shocks in and see how it is.
Certainly, we've got to tighten this guy though, don't we?
Yep. Sure do. So.
Jeez.
It's in now.
All right. So we think these ones might be too
might
low,
be
but
right.
who knows?
It looks better already.
Whoa. It's going down.
Yeah.
Low rider. I've got all the shocks now set to the middle of the range. They're 15 clicks in.
Yep. 95.
That's looking extremely low.
We're at 70 mil. We've gone up 10. Maybe we don't go up 30.
Okay.
We'll just go up. This is not too hard to adjust.
Okay. What do you think?
I think it looks good. I think it looks good. I still think, yeah, like this here, if you follow this, it's in line with the top of this body line, but the top of the back is this far below the body line.
Yep.
So running it like a even gap is hard.
I'll take it for a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looking a whole lot better. And you know what? Those 19s, I reckon they're not actually looking too bad now. You may disagree, but you'd be wrong.
Good.
Yeah?
Drives good. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. And shocks?
It's loud because everything's open.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You can see the roads, the Flintstones at the moment. But
Yep.
it drives good. Yeah. Suspension's nice.
It's almost a car.
Yeah, it's almost a car. I'll put some wiper blades on it.
Just a minute, Matt. Those are not factory officials 928 arms.
Put a bit more Chinese in it. We haven't had enough.
Oh yeah, 18-inch arm this side, 17 on the other.
This is a 19 actually.
Oh, 19? That's park. One more. Yay. Oh, this car's got attitude now. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. See ya. Look, what a great episode. We've achieved so much today. We've got the shocks in. We've fixed the big clunk. I've repositioned a few of the electronic boxes. Haven't yet fixed the speedo. Bought some new seats.
We just got to tighten this steering wheel, I think, as well.
Oh yeah.
That's alright, we can do that.
But that's a great way to end this episode. So thanks, Matt.
Yep, all good.
See you next time. Hey, thanks for watching the video. And you made it all the way to the end. You rock. Now, whether it's petrol or electric, there's a lot of Porsche content on the channel, and there's going to be a lot more. So maybe you'd like to subscribe. You might also enjoy all the other non-Porsche content we've already got. Heaps of car reviews. Electric, classic, sports, exotic. There's a bucket load there. See you next time.